What's up, world? So I've never done this before, but 2024, we're gonna have fun. Anyway, time to start some seeds. More seeds, I guess I should say. I really like these. These are those Coco Core plant starters. Alright, so today we're starting peppers. I already have some tomatoes going down here behind me. Let's see what we got. Yeah, I can't wait for spring either. Here we go. Big tray. I'm just gonna line them all up. So if you use these before, or not really these, I guess, the Jiffy peat pellets, if you use those peat pellets, they're cool. They're probably one of the first things I ever learned to start seeds in, but I'm not really a big fan of peat. So we switched over to these cocoa cores because I think cocoa core is like the greatest thing ever for gardening. They rehydrate a lot faster than the peat ones as well. I started my tomatoes that are down there behind me in the peat pellets this year. Probably took 20, 30 minutes for those pellets to rehydrate. If you're starting seeds indoors for the first time, you need to make sure you have a few things. A lot of people use seedling heating mats, and I think they're cool, but you don't actually need to buy a heating mat. You can just put your seeds in, I don't know, a flat tray and put that tray on top of your refrigerator. But you need to make sure you have good lights. You're not going to grow good, healthy, strong seedlings without good lights. The LED lights work well. You can even just go get some shop lights from Home Depot or any other big box store, and they'll also work extremely well. So for the past year or two, no, actually the past 2 years, I haven't really been starting nearly as many seeds as I used to. I used to grow everything from seed for 10 plus years, grew everything from seed. Then I just got lazy and just started buying stuff from the nurseries. But I never have as good a harvest when I buy the plants from the nurseries as I do when I start them on my own. So this year, changing up a lot of things, like you see going live. I've never gone live before. Yeah, we're changing up a lot of things here. We're gonna go back to what I love, which is starting all of my seeds and making compost teas. That was the secret to me having the best garden was brewing a different compost tea every 2 weeks and feeding it to my garden beds. Hey, container gardening is great. Yeah, container gardening is great. Uh, it's basically the same thing as raised bed gardening. When you really think about it, a raised bed is just a big container. What did you grow in your containers in your container garden this year? I got a section of my garden. up against the fence by the driveway that I'm gonna line with containers and turn that to my little container garden this year. Yeah, man, we're focusing on getting back to what it is that I love, and I love gardening. It just stopped being fun for a while because I started to think of it like a job instead of having fun. And it was a job. It was a crappy job because it sure didn't pay anything. How do I turn this camera around so I can see? Hmm, let's try something. Compost tea got it going, and that's what I used in my raised bed. Yeah, there's nothing better than compost tea, and it's easy to make, and it's cheap. And I think gardening should be easy and cheap. I think a lot of problems with gardening now is everybody tries to make things so complicated and so expensive, and it's not really necessary. When I built my first garden, I literally just put cardboard on top of grass and then covered it with really good compost, and it's probably one of the best gardens that I've ever had. But yeah, compost tea is my favorite thing to make and to feed my plants. All right, now the easy part. Make sure we have enough rows for all the seeds we plan on starting. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. All right, let's get to work. Where's the camera up here? Okay, yeah. Check it out. These are Santakas, cool little Japanese pepper. I use them to make like a crunchy chili oil. So I don't actually know what you're supposed to do on these lives. I think maybe people talk or I talk. Who knows? But if you have any questions, I guess we can ask them and do our little question and answer thing right now if you guys want. How do you tell how many people are on here? I'm out in the garden or when I'm just doing little stuff like this. So I got this right here, Fiskars. It's a cool little tool. Tells you how deep it goes. It also has measurements on the back here where you can see, I don't know, like your spacing if you're using this out in the garden. But the best part is this right here. Use this little poker to push the seeds down. I used to donate a lot of the vegetables because I used to have this big urban farm. And I would donate a lot of the food to the food banks. Um, but now I mostly just eat it, can it, give it to family, dry it, dehydrate a lot of it. But yeah, just try to make a lot of stuff so that I'm able to enjoy my harvest throughout the year. Right, I got bags full of frozen pesto in my freezer. Um, I don't know, crazy amounts of red pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, all that kind of stuff. How many fruit trees am I growing? Um, let's see. I have four right now planted. I have four fig trees, blackberry bushes, three muscadines. I just planted two Asian pears, 7, 11, 15, maybe like 18 or 20 fruit trees right now. Um, and I still have space in the front yard because I just kind of converted my front yard into a garden. I have space for another 4 or 5 fruit trees up there. Probably, I just hate having to deal with protect whenever a freeze comes. I think in the past 5 years, I've probably lost 20 citrus trees or something outrageous like that. But I grow all my fruit trees really small. I prune them and keep them short, keep them manageable. Really don't want trees over 7 feet tall. I want to be able to just reach up and grab the fruit, no problems. Oh, I don't know if you guys know this. Have you ever seen a seed company, Southern Exposure? Probably my favorite seed company. They have a bunch of cool different varieties of stuff that grows extremely well in the Southeast, even though apparently I don't live in the Southeast, but yeah. Anyway, they all still grow well here. Here in the state of Indiana, we were dealing last season doing I'm down here in Houston. Last year was probably pretty stable weather. I think the year before that it was crazy, weird freezes and all that. But I think that's probably just going to be normal from now on. What type of pesticide do you do? Um, I mean, the type of pesticide I use depends on the problem that I'm dealing with. Caterpillars, I use BT. Um, I mean, I probably spray neem oil once every couple of weeks, but for the most part, well, not all of them, but compost teas help me with most of my pest issues. If I'm feeding compost teas to my plants once a week, I don't usually have a lot of pest problems. What's it like in New York? I went to New York in November. Yeah, I went to New York in November. Had a great time. And it was just so much concrete everywhere. But this last time I went, I had a great time and really enjoyed myself out there. Have I gotten my neighbors to get on board with gardening? No, not really. Not really. I just moved into a new house a couple of years ago, like this the second year. Uh, a lot of the neighbors around here where I moved, they already garden, so that's pretty cool. I didn't have to do anything. But in my old neighborhood, no, I don't really think you can get people. I don't know that I can get my neighbors to want to start gardening. I think it's something you just have to want to do. Even just seeing somebody do it, that doesn't necessarily make you want to start gardening. You gotta have your own reasons for getting in the game. Now, used coffee grounds in starting soil? No, but you can coffee grounds into the soil. But I usually use coffee grounds in compost. I feed it to the worms, or I really use coffee grounds to kill grass. You can put a nice layer of coffee grounds down and kind of smothers out the grass. But using it as straight soil, no, I wouldn't recommend it. But you could use those costs to grow mushrooms if they're really fresh coffee grounds. You can grow oysters on them. I don't know if you're interested in growing mushrooms, but if you're looking for something to do with all those coffee grounds, community gardens going extremely well, extremely well. Um, the garden bed that I got, plot number 50, it hasn't been gardened in a couple of years, so there's a lot of weeds growing in the bed. But I think I probably have a third of the bed planted. I got garlic in there, onions, uh, bunch of different greens. You know what? I'm gonna go live from the community garden next time I go. I should be there tomorrow. But the community garden is great, man. I have a bunch of plans and ideas. I want to introduce the world to the garden and all the people of the garden. So I think I'm just gonna go set up a table with my podcast equipment and just start interviewing everybody who comes in. I think that'd be cool. How many raised beds do I have in total? My backyard, there are six raised beds, and in the front yard, I just put another um, three raised beds. Now, those are the raised beds that I'll grow all of my annuals in. I have other containers. Um, yeah, I got other containers that I'll put fruit trees and things in, but yeah, about nine raised beds here at this house and some in-ground beds. Yeah, there's a lot of diverse stories there. And what's cool about the community garden that I'm at, it's in one of the oldest neighborhoods in the city. It's also probably one of the most predominantly black neighborhoods in the city. And it's the oldest community garden in the city. And it's crazy that it was started in this neighborhood because the neighborhood has such a, I don't know, like a negative connotation. There's only two jalapeno seeds left. Yeah, this neighborhood's got such a negative connotation that you wouldn't really expect to find that in this garden. I'm sorry, you wouldn't expect to find that garden in this neighborhood, which makes the stories even better, in my opinion. So that's what I'm gonna do. I just have to set up a time and date to just start doing it, I guess. What seeds am I starting? I'm starting the peppers today. I already have a bunch of tomatoes going down on the ground behind me. Peppers today. I'll start some more greens tomorrow. It's like a little bit every day, or at least that's the plan. Fit it all in on one day. Owen's Homestead, what seeds are you starting, or where are you at? Where are you located? Beefsteak tomatoes. I don't think I grew any beefsteaks this year. I have these San Marzanos that I started. I have some brandy wines that I started. This year, I'm trying to go through all of my old seeds, right? Instead of just keep on buying more seeds and more seeds. I got some tomatillos, some ground cherries. I think I started one other kind of tomato. I can't remember what it is, but no, no beefsteaks. I like the brandy wines more than the beefsteaks. Yeah, kids definitely need to learn more about where their food comes from. I think not even just kids, adults. I think a lot of people have forgotten where food comes and where food comes from and how hard it is to produce it. It's just so easy to walk into a grocery store and get anything you want now. So you kind of forget the work that gets put into it. Zone 7, Tennessee, huh? Only been to Tennessee once in my life. We were driving and took a wrong turn and ended up in Tennessee. But I heard it's a great place. I've grown purple tomatoes before. I think a lot of the stuff with tomatoes is it's just like I don't know, man. There's like a million different kind of tomatoes, but a lot of them all have the same flavor to me. So it's just kind of what do you want to grow? Especially now with the internet, everybody's showing off everything they do in their gardens. Yeah, to me, tomatoes are kind of overhyped. Pink Belgium Giant was a great success. What kind of tomato is that? It's like a slicing tomato, canning tomato. Tell me a little bit more about it. Yep. What's up, bird lady? The twins are good. The twins are good. They're getting big. They're loud, tearing stuff up, doing twin stuff, man. Doing twin stuff, driving me crazy. But wouldn't have it any other way, right? All right, so now I'm gonna take this tray on top of a heat mat that I have right here. Oops. And yes, I know the tray is bigger than the heat mat, but I will scoot everything in where the heat is directly underneath these. All right, now we get a sheet of paper. I guess this will work. We just write down all of our varieties. Give them a pen. All right, let's go get a pen. All right, let's label everything. Yeah, the twins are definitely doing their job. I guess I just have to do my job now. Don't forget to label your peppers. Last year I didn't label my peppers. I didn't know what I was growing. Didn't find out until the end of the season when they started to fruit. So I didn't really plant nearly as many winter crops this year as I normally do. As a matter of fact, I haven't really been in my garden like I normally do. So my winter crops cleared out, the garden beds are cleared out. I'm really just looking forward to springtime. And all these peppers, man. I don't even have my favorite kind of pepper in here though, so I guess I will have to buy one pack of pepper seeds because I need the Scotch bonnets. Can't grow peppers and not grow Scotch bonnets. It's like a crime. That's it. Make sure you label them. So again, you know what you're growing. Keep everything separate. I just drop this sheet of paper underneath the tray. Close up the seeds, put them away. Oh, that's empty. That's empty. That's empty. That's not. That's empty. These extra two here. Let's see here. Close this. Alright, that's it. First time I went live. As you can tell, I don't really know what I'm doing, but still have fun with it because that's what it's all about. Yeah, that's it, man. I'll catch y'all next time. I'll probably be going live a lot more often. If you enjoy it, you want to join in, feel free to let me know. Cool. Everybody have a great day. Don't forget to get your hands outside in the garden, get your hands in the dirt, just grow it, plant plants, you know, all the usual stuff, man. And have fun. Don't let anybody take your fun away. I'm out. Peace.